Hey everybody, globalcurrencyreset.net. This is the new arrangement of the website. It's still got the breaking news page right there, so anybody who opens that up is going to immediately find all the latest information. It's going to, of course, have my videos posted there, but it's also going to have a new thing for eBay, because I keep getting people saying, what dinar am I supposed to buy? Okay, if you're just joining this for the first time, these are dinars that you want to get. The big notes right here. This is what they look like. Okay, I'm just saying this now because I hear this every day. Which one do I buy? Which one do I buy? There you go. I mean, you could probably even Google which dinar do I buy, and they'll tell you. I mean, guys, Google is your friend. Just use Google. Okay. All right, here you go. Now, I want to tell you something. I don't usually listen to Tony, and in fact, I don't listen to Tony a lot unless somebody says, "What do you think about this?" And someone was talking about, what do I think about the lower denom notes? Guys, what are you talking about lower denom notes? Iraq's been using the same currency for many, many years, at least since 2003. Nothing's changed. Okay? I want you to know something. There's a book here. It's called the MRI Banker's Guide to Foreign Currency. If you go into your bank right now, you go to Wells Fargo and say, I want to do a currency exchange, you're going to see this book. All right? I have this book. You can buy this book right here. Here's the website, okay? I'm not getting any money from them. I'm just showing you this, okay? Because I have a lot of people, and I'm not trying to insult anybody, but you're ignorant. You don't know what's happening. So here's what you need to do. This book, okay, will tell you everything. Don't go buy it. Just go to your bank and say, hey, I'm going to do a currency exchange. Do you have this book? Call them up first. They'll have the book, okay? Let me show you what this book looks like on the inside, okay? Like I said, I already have this book. It shows you all the different currencies. It shows you what they're using right now. This thing gets updated like every 4 months, okay? You can find this on eBay too. This is the name of it. You guys search for this, MRI Banker's Guide to Foreign Currency. Okay, look, 79th edition, 2014. Now, I want to show you something. You click last minute news. This shows you all the changes that they've done. In fact, you can scroll down here and see it goes all the way back to January of 2013. Now, here's the thing. I heard on a call this guy, DC, who Tony's always talking to, and they're talking about lower denomination notes. Guys, he's lying. He is completely lying, okay? Because if there was anything about Iraq, any updates whatsoever about a currency being changed, it's going to be notifying the bankers first. This book was written for bankers, for people who work in your airport, who need to do currency exchanges. These people need to know when the notes change, okay? You can just go through this whole page. All right, look, I still have the link. You guys, this is recorded in high def, so you should be able to see this link here, okay? I'm really trying to drive this point home to you people. I want everybody to understand. And when I say you people, I'm referring to everybody listening to this video right now. I want you guys to know exactly what's going on. You don't have to waste time listening to people like Tony, okay? Don't worry, I torture myself by flipping through the calls and just hearing like maybe the first 5 minutes saying, okay, what is he putting out? And it's really nothing but just filler, okay? I'm sorry, it's just not. I want you to hear just a section of this.
And it's great. You have an update on what's going on in Iraq. Can we start there?
Fake update.
Sure. So what's going on in Iraq is that the lower denominations did start going out in bulk.
Okay, that's a lie right there. There are no lower denomination notes. Okay, let me show you something right now. I want you to go into Google and you're going to type in banknotes Iraq. Boom. Okay, so look what comes up. Central Bank of Iraq coins. Alright, I want you to look at this. Banknotes and coins of Iraq. What do you see? Do you see lower denomination notes? I know you see these. Guys, they've had these since 2003. But do you see anything new? No. They have these coins that they were preparing to use, and they say not in circulation. Okay, so some people are thinking, oh, well, maybe they're just going to replace the notes with the coins. If they did, you would find out about it from this website right here. Did I just close it? Where did I put it? Let's check my history. I'm going so quickly. Okay, MRI Banker's Notes. This is where we were. Okay, and check this out. If you click Edit, Find on Firefox down here, type in Iraq. Watch. Oh, phrase not found. Guess what that means? That means there's nothing for Iraq. There are no updates. There are no note changes. Okay? So don't worry about it. And if you're thinking, well, I'm just going to go ahead and just buy these small notes, you don't need to buy the small notes. And you don't need a certificate. You don't need anything that says, oh, this is this proves that these are real notes. Do you want to know how to tell if they're real notes? All you have to do is look. I just clicked on it. Look what it says. It shows the note. Okay, that's how you can tell if it's real or not. There you go. This is from Iraq's webpage. Okay, why are they gonna lie? Why would the bank not want you to know what notes they're using? Okay, let's go back to this dumb call, just for a second. I don't want to torture you because it's torture hearing these guys.
They've been out for quite some time, throughout parts of the country, kind of spotted, and starting on the 31st, the 28th, 29th, and 31st, basically they started being distributed en masse to everybody around the country.
Okay, that's a lie. I just talked to somebody who has people in Iraq. They go to the banks. There are no new notes. Okay? The people aren't the first ones to know. The bankers are the first ones to know. And before the bankers know, the central bank knows. Don't you think that the people who print the money are going to know first? And then they're going to notify the bankers? Okay, there you go. In the United States, that would be the United States Treasury, the Federal Reserve. You know, Federal Reserve prints the notes, Treasury, the banks, they all find out. It's a very streamlined process. It happens really, really quickly. You know, Federal Reserve says, hey, we're going to be printing new $100 bills. And by the way, in case you guys didn't know, those new $100 bills, have you actually looked at them? Look. You clicked in. I already have these, but I just look at this real quick. The new $100 notes actually were printed many years ago. Let's see if this actually opens. Okay, 2009. Apparently this is what I heard, but back then they printed all these notes up in 2009, right after the financial crisis, and there was an issue with these notes. They weren't laying properly, like they were bending, they were folding, they were getting affected by heat. There were all these issues with these notes, so they just held on to them. But they had billions of dollars of these notes printed, and they couldn't just throw them away. But here's the thing, the public knew about them. Didn't you know about these? Didn't you see notifications about this? Okay, so when Tony and this guy are talking about, oh, there's new money, there's lower denominations, where's the proof? I dare you, anybody, go ahead and send me an email. I have a little link here on the site, okay? I mean, I don't know, I'm saying this, you're not going to have anything. Click the contact page, okay? It's going to open up a little window. Contact me, and if you really have a picture, if you have a picture of a new one, just send a message here and say, hey, I've got a picture of the new notes. You're not going to send it because there are no new notes. You know, it's going to be the exact same notes that I just showed you that are in Iraq. You're not going to find anything new. Okay, so just stop worrying about it. Okay, and if you're thinking of buying the lower denomination notes just because you think these 25,000s are going to be obsolete and they're not going to be worth anything, they can't do that because, once again, like I was saying, there's that banker's guide, and it tells you what currency they're using. I mean, look at the cover of the new issue. What does it show? It shows a new $100 bill, which everyone's known about for many years. They just kept talking about how many problems it had. And like I said, you click last minute news. If you guys want to bookmark this, go ahead. I don't care. I mean, nothing's going to happen. And it'll say there's going to be updates. Like, look at the most recent update. It says April 4th. You look down on my computer, today's April 7th. So you'll find out about it here first, because these guys notify the bankers. Well, they don't necessarily notify the bankers. Some of the bankers know about it, but this book is meant to inform the bankers. They need to know what's going on, because, and you can ask your banker. I mean, what are you guys doing? Just, you know, trying to just go about this blindly. Seriously, do research like I do. I look into this. When I hear people like Tony saying there's the lower notes and they arrested, I heard him say something on a call recently, like, and they're arresting people, or they're telling people you're not allowed to use the US dollar. Guys, back in January, I heard that they're still using the United States dollar. And if you know somebody in Iraq, seriously, just talk to him. There's thousands of people who watch these videos. I mean, just look at the YouTube video accounts. You're watching this video right now. If you know a soldier in Iraq, contact them via email and say, hey, are they still using the US dollar there? And they're going to say yes. In fact, the local citizens prefer to use the US dollar over the Iraqi dinar because the US dollar has so much value. Folks, when I was in Japan, the Japanese, they were trying to devalue their currency. When I left Japan, it was like 124 yen to the dollar, and they were trying to devalue it even further, and now it's actually appreciated to like 100 yen to the dollar. I haven't even been checking because I'm not over there. But with Iraq, the citizens, they don't want to use their own currency. They have to, it just doesn't have good purchasing power, so they use the United States dollar. Now here's the thing, going forward, Iraq may decide to print new money, but here's the thing, you're going to find out about it here first. These guys will tell you, and like I said, this book comes out every 4 months. In fact, look, you click order right here. It'll probably even tell you. Let's open up the order form. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. Yeah, here we go. 12 issues, 8 issues, 4 issues, single copy. So if you want to buy one of those books, it costs 75 bucks. Okay. There's a phone number on here. Here you go, guys. There's the phone number. Call them up. Ask them, say, the notes that Iraq are using, do they match the ones on their website? And of course they're going to say yes. Because if there were any changes, the people have to know about it. The banks have to know about it. And people in the United States need to know about it too because they're holding this currency. So don't lie to me and tell me that they're using lower denomination notes.
You know, they were told to distribute it, they distribute it. A lot of the bankers were under the impression that it wasn't supposed to happen until the revaluation. Other bankers just said, you know what, we're tired of waiting on this thing, and we're out of cash, so this is what we're going to give to everybody. And so what's happened is, through an uncoordinated, it's kind of been coordinated, but it's kind of uncoordinated, that everybody has distributed these things throughout the entire process and distributed throughout all the entire country. And so therefore now, instead of just being very spotty, it's now throughout the entire country. And
okay, guys, that is like, it's such a lie. Okay, I want you to see this. I'm on CBI.IQ. That is the Central Bank of Iraq's homepage. Okay, currency auctions. Let's click that. Okay, the latest daily currency auction was held at the Central Bank of Iraq on April 6th. That was yesterday. Today's April 7th. It's 3 a.m. Look at what it says. Auction price selling US dollar. 1166. Amount sold in United States dollars. $153,207,000. Folks, that is a lot of money. And I mean, what's going on here? It's all going where? It's all leaving the United States. What is the point of this? Exchange rates. Exchange rate auctions. Let me open this up. Okay. Look at the dates on here. These have to do with days of the week, by the way. 5, 6, 7. So like, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you can see this PDF is 70 pages. Let's just go ahead and go to the last page real quick. I hope you guys are following along because I go kind of quick. Okay, so this shows you the rate that they're selling it for. Ah, look at this. Here we are. April 6th. Look at that. That's the rate. 1166. If there was a revaluation, do you think they'd still be having auctions? Tony doesn't want to mention that. He doesn't want to mention why the Central Bank of Iraq is selling their debt. Ugh. Okay, look. Click home on here. This is the Central Bank of Iraq's homepage. US dollar. Boom. You guys want to know when the revaluation happens? Do you really want to know when this changes? Okay? And let me tell you something. Don't expect it. Don't sit around each day. You know, oh, I got to listen to Tony's call. Oh, I got to hear what he's saying. Guys, I did that for like the first maybe week or so because I was trying to figure out what global currency reset was. I started listening to his call, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's redundant. It's the same thing over and over and over again. So I gave up on it, and I said, you know what, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go to the website to actually tell me what's going on. This will tell you when the revaluation happens. There you go. When this number changes, it's 1166. That means $1 equals 1166. Now, if it said $1 and it said like 0.3, that meant that it takes 3 dinar to buy $1. 0.3, basically a third, or 33%. So if it said 0.33, then there you go. You guys know how to do math, I'm sure. Okay, MRI Banker's Guide. Here we are. This will change. There'll be an 80th edition probably coming out in April, May. We should be seeing a new one. But this tells you everything. Sample pages, phone number. Guys, call your banker and say yes. Just do a call Wells Fargo and say, do your bankers who do currency exchanges carry the MRI Banker's Guide to foreign currency? Or just say, do you have a copy of the MRI Banker's Guide? Yes, we do. What edition are you using? Oh, let me go check. Oh, we're using the 78th edition. Okay, great. I'd like to come down there and do an exchange, and just bring some cash and say, hey, I'd like to do an exchange, but can I see your book? And of course, they're going to show it to you. It's just not a secret book. You can buy this book online. You can buy it from eBay. Doesn't matter. This book tells you any changes, any currency in all around the world, any country that changes currency, it's going to be on there. Okay, so just this stuff is just a lie. Listen to this lie.
Large part of the country, or most of the parts of the country, have these lower denominations out and are paying their bills, in this bizarre way. In terms of some areas, it's at 344, 377. Some markets are. Some markets, it's still at the 1166. So it's creating just a really interesting and also very tough for the people of Iraq situation, what they're doing. They've got, and so why does that matter to us is because it very much is, you just can't keep more in like this kind of mess right now. They're kind of forcing the hand on there. The elections start middle of the month, and those are still very much ongoing. All the politicians who are currently there very much expect and need this revaluation here in the next just day, 2 days.
The revaluation is not going to happen today. It's not going to happen in 2 days. It might not even happen for a year or more. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, guys, you want to know what's really going to happen? Do you want to know when the dinar is going to revalue? Okay. The whole point of the global currency reset, I'm sure you saw those videos that I posted, okay, with Christine Lagarde. The reset's going to happen when the US dollar loses its reserve currency status, okay? Now, there's your second question. Okay, well, if the US dollar is knocked down, who's going to be the new leader? You think it's going to be China? Did you just say China? No, it's not going to be China. Here, gold reserves. Let's just see what comes up on their gold reserves. Okay. Alright, here we are, gold reserves. I want you to look at something real quick. Okay. This is updated as of December 2013. It says the United States has 8,133 tons of gold. Okay. And that covers 70% of our reserves. Meaning, of the US dollars, 70% is covered by gold. Personally, I don't think that's true because remember Germany here? Germany's number 2. Remember how they were asking for their gold back in the United States? It's like, oh, we'll give it back to you. It's going to take like 10 years. If we had the gold, guys, it would have only taken maybe weeks to ship it to them, and we never did that. Now look at the IMF. IMF has a lot of gold as well. So could the SDR, the special drawing right, could that be the new world reserve currency? Maybe. Could Germany break from the euro and do their own currency? Maybe. Could it be China? No. Why? Here's the thing. China doesn't have enough reserves right now. Even if this number's updated, and this one is, China has a long way to go before they back their currency with gold. So if China does back their currency with gold, I guarantee you, you can mark this down, it's not going to happen before 2020. Okay, and once again, going back to my website, I mentioned about that reset book, right? That book will tell you my reason why. The book's going to say China doesn't have the reserves. They need to accumulate more gold. They need to mine more gold. Remember, China is not just the largest producer of gold. And by the way, when China produces gold, it doesn't leave the country, but they're the largest importer. So think about that. China takes in a lot of gold and they produce a lot of gold. So just think about those. Now, what does the United States do? We export the U.S. dollar. We just send money out, and we just import other people's stuff. So the U.S. dollar is leaving our country. We have to print more to replace it, and then our currency gets devalued. So right now there's trillions of U.S. dollars floating around, and it's all going to come back as soon as we find out that, let's say the United States, the credit rating goes down. Our credit rating goes down, folks. Boom. That's it. That's it. The dollar will be officially dropped. Did you guys see that Nixon speech? I'm not going to play it all, but just type in Nixon shock. Okay. Nixon shock and then videos. And this is where Richard Nixon basically said, I need to cancel the gold window because what was happening was this. There was a speech given by I think his name was Charles de Gaulle, and he was in France. I'm really bad with names. Can't remember his name, but he was saying that he needed to change the gold window. Oh, it was de Gaulle. That's right, it was de Gaulle. Sorry, it's these French names. I just have a problem with it. Let's see, videos. Gold. Oh, I can't find it right now. I'll have to do an update to this. Sorry, guys. I can't remember everything. Basically, here's what it was. The foreign currency, not the citizens, but the foreign countries that were holding United States dollars, like France was holding a lot of United States dollars, their dollars that they had, France could say, hey, we want gold for our dollars, and the United States was exchanging gold at, I think it was $35 or so, and it got up to like 42. But they were who was it? I think his name was Charles de Gaulle. I don't know why it didn't come up, but oh, there it is. Did come up. Ah, this is it. Okay. Sorry, sometimes you have a brain fart. You can't remember stuff. Oh, pause that real quick. Sometimes ads pop up. Okay, so here is the name of the video. Charles de Gaulle Monetary Crisis. Essentially, what he says is this. He talks about that it's bad that the United States dollar is the world reserve currency. Essentially, he's saying things like, well, what we need to do is we need to change our thinking, and what he was really doing. Oh, here it is. His warning, Nixon's betrayal and the collapse of the IMF. Here's the first global currency reset. This is what happened. He gives his speech, and look at that. A monetary system based on a single nation's currency is a danger to the world. Yeah. And then Richard Nixon gave this speech, and in Nixon's speech, he's basically saying, you know, we're going to suspend the gold window.
Third indispensable element in building the new prosperity is closely related to creating new jobs, and we must protect the position of the American dollar as a pillar of monetary stability around the world. In the past 7 years, there's been an average of one international monetary crisis every year. Now, who gains from these crises? Not the working man, not the investor, not the real producers of wealth. The gainers are the international money speculators. Because they thrive on crises, they help to create them. In recent weeks, the speculators have been waging an all-out war on the American dollar. The strength of a nation's currency is based on the strength of that nation's economy.
Yep.
And the American economy is by far the strongest in the world.
No, it's not.
Accordingly, I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators.
Okay, here comes the bombshell. And some of you have parents who were alive when this happened, and if you ask them about this, they'll tell you, Oh yeah, this set off major inflation. Prices started to go up really high. This was in 1971. I believe it was August 15th, if I remember correctly. And he basically says, we're going to suspend the convertibility of the US dollar. But he says temporarily, but this was back in 1971. It still never happened. Essentially, here's what he was getting at. Too much gold was leaving the United States. Okay? Too many US dollars were coming back. And we had to figure something out because we were losing all of our gold. So he decides to say, oh, well, we're just going to suspend gold. Now, here's the thing. All the countries back then were tied to the US dollar, meaning there was a gold standard. As soon as Nixon says these words coming up, he's basically ending the gold standard, and the entire world goes on a fiat system, which we're still on today.
I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States.
Right, because if all the gold had left, our country would have had a collapse. It's as simple as that. You know, we were the world reserve currency. We were losing all of our gold, and then he's just like, oh, well, we're just going to stop it. Okay, so there you go, guys. You just got a little brief history on the monetary policies of the United States. Okay, I think that's it. I think I answered a lot of questions. People were asking me which dinar to buy. They were saying which country is going to be the world reserve currency. They were asking me about revaluation and lower denomination notes. I think I covered everything. You guys, in the comments, in addition to subscribing to these, in addition to subscribing to this video, please, if you have questions for me, just write them in the comments of the videos. Okay, I'd be happy to make another video and answer some for you. But for those of you who sat through the whole video, thank you very much. I know it's probably a lot to take in. Hopefully you took notes down, or watch it again and torture yourself if you really want to. I don't care. But I was trying to get information out to people. Okay, I had to listen to the TNT calls. I torture myself once in a while just to find out where he's at. And do I rely on him for information? No, because he's not going to know when the reset's going to be, because he doesn't have any contacts. Okay? So just, you guys can do your own research about TNT Tony. I'm not going to spoon feed you that information. It's just, it's too much of a waste of time in my honest opinion. So once again, subscribe to this video channel. If you have questions, write them in the comments. If you have folks who are over there, if you know soldiers who are over there in Afghanistan or in Iraq, I mean, the ones in Afghanistan know what's going on in Iraq too, because they have friends over there. They all leave boot camp together, folks. I've been in boot camp. I know what it's like. You keep in contact with these people. You have their names. You have their email addresses. In fact, when I went into boot camp in 2000, there was even less people using email than there are today. Now it's like everyone has their smartphone. In fact, they probably, as soon as they get into boot camp, they have to ship their smartphone back. But as soon as boot camp's over, their parents ship it to them wherever their next duty station is. So I guarantee you there's going to be people communicating with those from boot camp. And trust me, soldiers stick together like glue. I can promise you that. So I think that's it, guys. Seriously, hopefully I was able to help you with this video. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to write it in the comments. You can contact me privately through, once again, the contact link on Global Currency Reset. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And please, don't waste your time listening to Tony. Okay? I torture myself. That way I could build this website up. Okay? I got as much information as I could. Here's all the pages. Everything that disappeared from this top bar, it's right here. Okay, guys? All right. Thanks very much, and stay tuned for more information.